Good morning, afternoon, and evening to all my YouTube family and friends. Welcome to Belinda's Country Living. I'm Belinda, and today I am making homemade egg noodles. It's a very simple recipe, no need to fuss like they did way back when they rolled this all out. They had to let the noodles dry. Well, not today. This is very simple. So what you're going to be needing is, now I'm making a fairly large batch because I love egg noodles and they're even 2 times better the next day. You are going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You want to put that in a large mixing bowl. You're going to need salt. Now, I'm not measuring this out, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon, but I'm not measuring. I don't measure usually in this kitchen, but I just shake. And then you're going to need 4 eggs. Now, you want to mix this flour and the salt up. And what I do, I like to make a well in my flour here. Just like that. You're going to need 4 eggs. Then I like to whisk these eggs up just a bit. I know a lot of people just crack the eggs in there and whisk them up in the flour. So if you're going to do that, you might as well do it in a bowl to make sure they're evenly whisked up. And you're going to just dump that in there. And to that, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of milk. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix this up. I use a fork. Just keep dragging that flour in the center of the well and right from the sides. That's to make sure that it's all incorporated very well. This will be a little sticky or doughy, but you just keep dragging that in from the side of your bowl. I should have an apron on today, but I don't. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It's a real nice, cool temperature here in Indiana. Just keep bringing this in from the side of your bowl. I want to thank all of my subscribers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to give me thumbs up. Just keep dragging it in. It's looking good. There's anything better than homemade noodles. It sure does beat them bag noodles. I'm not saying they're bad. Bag noodles are good. I have them a lot. Now that is looking really good. Break that off the fork. And at this point in time, I'm taking my rings off so I don't have all that flour in my rings, because I'm going to get my hands right in there. And mix it up. Make sure your hands are clean. until you get all that flour in there. These are oh so good. Also, I'd like to ask my viewers, I'm thinking about doing a live video, and I would like to know in the comments the time that you are online. I've had some ask me to tell you about myself, so I thought, given a live video, I could try to answer all your questions. So this is what you're looking for. Just like that. That's what you're looking for. That aside, I've got some flour here in a small bowl, and I'm going to sprinkle it out on my silicone mat here. And you want to, maybe keep mashing it down a few times. Now we're not making bread, so you just flip it over several times. Just like that. Now I'm going to cut this in half, and we're going to roll it out. There we have it. Make sure your rolling pin is good and floured. Now we're going to roll this out. Now it just depends on how thick you like your noodles. I like mine thin. Last year I make these every holiday. I can't remember if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, but I was stretching this out a bit and rolled them out really thin. And my son said, "Mom, you made these noodles really thin." They were really good, but he preferred them to be a little bit thicker. So just like that. You know, years ago when I was taught how to do this, I might have been 20 years old. My best friend taught me how to make these. And oh my God, I thought I'll never make them noodles again. We rolled them up and we let them dry for a couple hours. Then we sliced them and then covered them up and let them sit overnight on the counter to dry out. Well, I thought, boy, that's a lot of work. So now we're not doing that. And I'm using a pizza cutter. And it doesn't matter, it does not have to be perfect because it's homemade. So I just go down with it and cut them as thick and thin as you like. You don't want to cut them too thick because then they'll be more like a dumpling. And we're not making dumplings. Got one there that's a little thick, so I'm going to cut that down. And I'll show you here how thin they are. And then the length that you want, I just cut straight down the middle. And that's the length that I want. And I'm going to put them on a tray here. Put a little flour on the tray, And then we're going to just scoop them up. Just like that. That's about how we like ours. And they are good. I cooked chicken this morning, and that's what we're having for dinner, chicken and egg noodles. Like I said, you could have these as thick as you want them, as thin as you want them, so it doesn't matter. And it does not matter one bit if they're sticky. They don't have to be completely dry. Now we're going for the next one. There we have it. And that's ready to be rolled out. Just like this. Yeah, everybody makes their noodles different. Now that one just stick a little bit, and that's okay. That means I'm going to have some more flour on this board here. Flip it over. This is so good. Once you make these, you'll get a lot of compliments. And then your family or whatever will always ask you to make them. Seems like I'm the only one in the family that makes these noodles around the holidays. Now this one's going a little bit bigger. There we have it. But I've got my chicken broth over there going good. But that's not what this video is about. It's about egg noodles. And then you drop these in chicken broth, beef broth, whatever you want to do. Soup. Okay, here we go. Cutting them again. They do not have to be straight. They can be crooked. Don't matter. This pizza cutter is so old. It belonged to my mother. So it's done a lot of cutting in its days. I put on some fresh green beans. One more. Some more flour. And we're going to cut down the middle again. Now that still might be a little bit longer than what you like, but this is how I like mine. See there? Look at that. Beautiful. Now it doesn't get any easier than that. Look at that. See that? Beautiful. Now that didn't take long at all. We're going to put these on this tray. See there? And when I'm ready to put them in that broth, I'm going to put all this flour that's left on this mat on that. Just like that. There you have it. I hope you all are enjoying this recipe today. And for all the young women out there that's just learning to cook, make your husband some of these noodles. I'm telling you, he will love it. Okay, there you have it. A homemade egg noodles. Very simple. 3 eggs, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, salt, and about 3 tablespoons of milk. Put it in a bowl. Take your fork, make a well in the center of your flour, and start mixing that around, dragging it from the edge of the bowl. Drag that flour in. Mix it up. Put it on your counter, on a mat. Start rolling out. It doesn't get any easier than that. So until the next time, I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until the next time, bye-bye.